07 StarCitizen. In this video we cover a couple of things. We cover buying RMC in Rappel and in Pickersfield, and as well buying gold in Schubling mining facility. We see what the prices are, how does it work with the cargo elevators in 324, and why I'm considering the Raft the most safe solo trading ship for 324 and beyond. Let's get a look into all this. First things first, this is recorded in PTU Wave 1, so all these prices might change the moment when 324 gets live. But what we see right now is that RMC Recycled Material Composite is down to 12k AUAC, Continuum is around 22, Paxolite is 7.6, Beryl and all that. The gold is 6.5. Basically all the tier 1 materials that we know are about the same. RMC came down from 14 to 12, and here are the tier 3 as usual, somewhere very low to sell. So you need a very large amount that this is actually worth doing. For example, the titanium run from Shell 5 and 2 from Lyria to area 18. When we look back into RMC Recycled Material Composite, we are here in Rappel. We see that one SU is 27k AUAC, so 27,000 AUAC. This is more than double, and we actually can sell it over in area 18 and the other places. So we have quite a constant of RMC in the big cities, as I seen from now again in PTU 324. We do not know how this will look like in the end, but just so you have an idea. So selling RMC might not be the big trade run anymore when 324 comes live. In our org we were talking about that and why this might be, and the main conclusion that we actually made, RMC must be, when it comes then later to base building, one of the main ingredients for that. So buying it that cheap as it was so far would be quite a bit of a deal breaker for the whole thing, because we're supposed to go out there and mine our stuff and go salvage our materials, and not just buying them somewhere at an outpost in a ridiculous way as it was for now. The same, that it has been capped how much RMC can be on those outposts. Is it in Pickersfield or in Rappel? In the other outposts I haven't checked, but I assume it's the same. It's 100 SU maximum storage they have, which makes sense as well. I mean, have you looked at those outposts and the depressed people that are the best NPCs that are hanging around there? So there is not like space for 20,000 SU on that place. I mean, that it makes total sense to me that it got brought down to a reasonable simulation-like way of putting it out there. Currently it is that way, and that's quite important, that you're not supposed to buy larger boxes than 16 SU. Even if you can get the 32 SU boxes, but they won't fit the cargo elevators. This is already out in issue council. That will be changed for sure at the present, in the future, but at the present moment that's polishing, that's not as relevant. But it's important to know when you're out there and test it, so don't waste your money on 2 big boxes on outposts. 16 SU will work just fine. And as you just saw, I bought here on Pickersfield some RMC for 27k per SU. As usual, I'm testing the things. I'm not just assuming the things are in one or the other way. So I'm buying the stuff and moving it now over into my ship, and then we're gonna sell it in area 18. That's why as well the amount was not as big, because I know the prices, but I just want to be sure. All right, let's get the stuff out of the place in the cargo elevator of the outpost. It helps to bring the max lift tool to move cargo, especially the bigger sizes. With the multi-tool you can do as well big boxes, but they start to dance around ludicrously, and it's of course good to have your ship close by. And as we are here in Hurston around Pickersfield and Rappel, the Dust Devil armor is still possible to get if you know how. Check the video above. We do a bit of a jump now. We're just going straight to the selling in area 18. You select area 18 and then you choose your SU that you successfully transferred into your personal hangar in your freight elevator, and then you moved it over into the warehouse, and now you can sell it here. And you see it, I sell it for 12k per SU and I bought it for 27k. Of course you always see here the units because it's 2 SU boxes, so we have 2 of them at once. That's why it looks like slightly bigger numbers, but it's 2 SUs that is visible there, not only 1. So at the present moment, RMC, not a good way to make money. Let's look into gold now. And aside of doing that, we as well have a look at the Raft, which is currently ship of the month together with the SRV, the towing vehicle. It's ship of the month, subscriber ship of the month of August 2024. I own one of those since quite a while because I like it. It's to me a very big forklift. It is rather slow, we have to admit that, but it has a couple of advantages to other cargo ships. For example, that these 332 SU boxes you can fit onto it, they're sort of fixed onto big clamps outside of your ship. So to load and unload your ship, you don't need to open your ship, you just can do it from outside. And here you have a good view, a good perspective on it underneath them. Of course, currently it's empty because this one will now go from Hurston towards Schubling 18 to pick up some gold. And on the way we're gonna talk a little bit more about this pretty cool ship, because together with the new system of cargo elevators we have a heightened threat of piracy as we're loading and unloading our ship. And with big ship, trading will be an operation. I spoke to that before in my first video, just generally speaking around the elevators of 324. Here we just go on to a more specific one, because even if they might shoot you when you put on your stuff onto the raft, they cannot get into your ship and take it away from you, and that's for sure an advantage. The other advantage is that you need less people to come with you to load the ship, because you basically have 6 containers if you go with 16 SU containers. Only 3 containers if we have then the 32 SU containers. So with 2 people and 1 escort, maybe even just you flying the ship and having a friend escorting you, you will make good money with that in quite a fast and simple way. And how much money you will see very soon when we do the whole trading here and then selling it at the nearest location that buys gold. To buy the gold, we buy it for about 5,500 AUEC per SCU, and we can sell them for about 7,500 SCU. This means 2,000 AUEC profit for each SCU. And that's quite a good bit, especially when you consider that you can move over here only to New Babbage to do that. So it's just a planetary jump, and you see me here doing something wrong. I'm buying 32 SU containers. At the present moment, the stage when this video was created, that wasn't possible. This might change, or it might be impossible to actually choose 32 SU boxes. What works are the 16 SU boxes, 24 as well. Doesn't work, you cannot get them out of the elevator. That's quite important. Over at the outpost freight elevator, of course you need to have it lowered. You move your boxes into the elevator and then you bring them up. You can go outside and have a look, and then you see 16 SU boxes of gold ready to move over into your raft. Of course you do it as gentle as possible. Being a good tractor beam manipulator, or how you want to call that profession, that's actually quite a thing, because you see I put the first 16 SU boxes not fully on the side and I didn't realize it, so I tried to squeeze in the other, which is not possible, so you need to bring another place to put there. And now I realized, because you can place them as you want, because there are really 32 SU clamps on this ship. And yeah, I see how that's, I show you school for the gifted, so to say, on how to put on those things. But yeah, just move them back and be mindful to not transit them into the ship, your boxes. It's just possible that they disappear in your ship, similar as we had in 323 when you would move people into your hold of the ship and you would put them too much into a wall, they would just disappear. You can do this here as well. So the actually nice way of loading your boxes is from the outside and not from through the middle, as I try to do here. And as we are some time now, while we're transferring over to New Babbage, and I can show you some parts in the raft. If you want to see the full review, check the video up here. And here's the brush up cockpit. Over here is the airlock. Pretty cool to get quickly out on outpost or easy out when you are in the vacuum. Pretty amazing thing to do. You go just straight forward. We are still on the lower deck. We have a room for our wardrobes and some weapon racks, a ladder to the upper deck. We have sleeping places for 2 people, a kitchen that will be useful in future. I hope and assume we can fill up our bottles in near or far future here. We have a little storage compartment here for 400 micro SCU, which is not bad to have. Going upstairs, we're coming to where all the components are, and the engineering gameplay will happen in future. So your second person can be here, and I assume there's gonna be a tractor beam as well here at one point. Well, it would make sense for me, would it? What do you think? Let me know in the comments. But a tractor beam here would be pretty amazing, isn't it? And here we cannot do a much more for now. So we get out, turn around, and we can change. And modules here, this is all possible. So you can move the modules as well into the annual elevator. So manual exchanging of modules is possible. Of course, Waytech XL1 in this ship, size 2 quantum drive, as we want to move fast through the quantum spheres to bring our stuff safe to the other side. The elevator covers 3 levels: exit, lower level, top level. The lower deck, that's where all your stuff is: habitation, cockpit, kitchen, and more. And of course, don't forget to drink. And especially cool when we are working around in atmospheres on the planets, we just can do it while we're walking outside under the beautiful stars and getting ready to buy our materials that we want to sell for good profits. Meanwhile, we arrived at New Babbage NBIS Spaceport, New Babbage International Spaceport. We're landing our raft. Yeah, I haven't flown it in a while, so I need to practice that again. But enjoy the landing, of course, decoupled. If you want to know more about decoupled landing and docking, check out this video here. But right now we want to unload our gold and sell it. And again, X-Wings X from the school, from the gifted, unloading a 16 SU box of gold. Yes, you can rotate them with R, trying to make them fit out. Turn them in an upright position. That's fucking ridiculous. Yeah, but you can do it. You see, the others are already there as well. Yeah, bring a tractor lift. It's just a lot easier than doing it with the multi-tool. And then you store the stuff, put it in your warehouse, and then you're ready to go to the TDD. Two ways for doing that. Either you take the metro and you drive over to New Babbage Commons and you find the TDD there, or you fly over with your ship to the Commons, to the surface exit, and land your ship there and walk in from that side. It's not possible anymore to sell your stuff from this place. I tried. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but that's the way it is. Maybe there will be a cargo elevator in future there, or maybe I just haven't seen it. In case you saw a cargo elevator at the place, the access, the surface access here, please let me know in the comments, because I looked for it. I haven't seen it, but yeah, sometimes I look as I load and unload boxes, so just let me know in case there is an opportunity you saw. That would be cool to know. And as you landed, you move over to the Commons where the Trade Development Division is. And after a video that is a lot longer than I actually thought it's gonna be, we gonna sell our gold. You select locations, it's New Babbage, it's the location where you are, of course. You choose the things and you sell it. You see it's 478. I actually lost two 16 SU boxes as I thought. It would be a good idea to throw them into the ship so they disappeared, but technically it still is that way. We make around 30% profit, and that's pretty cool for such a short run. But you know, pirates will know that too, so bring an escort, even with the raft, as it is still one of the safest to go with due to the loading thing that you have your stuff outside of the ship and not inside the ship. But it is as well quite a bit slower than other ships. I thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe if this video is helpful. It's again a little bit longer than intended, but yeah, there's just a lot of things to say and a lot of things to show. And I really like the raft, so please see us out in the words. 07 StarCitizen.